Okay, weekly ramblings, the second one. And I didn't keep up with board drama. I did not keep up with board drama at all. I had a shitty week, like me and Kimmy are not having a baby now. Which sucks, but, you know, that's why I haven't kept up. Like, it's been a fucking rough week. It's not been fun. Which, I mean, I wasn't even gonna say that, but I don't bullshit or pull any punches in these fucking videos, so you gotta take the bad with all the woo and goofy shit, I guess. So I haven't really kept up in any board drama. Like, I just got on, checked the board for the first time in a while, and I see that Fady has a fucking staph infection, so good luck with that, brother, man. I don't know. That sucks. Like, I know I've had them. It's not fun. Something personal about yourself. Jim posted that one. I really can't get any more personal than this shit, can I? I fucking have said everything in these videos. It's kind of shitty. But I don't know. I'm holding up okay. Whatever. I mean, what can you do? It's called a blighted ovum. So, like, basically 1 in 5 pregnancies happen that way. And you usually don't even know you're pregnant is what they said. So it's real, like, it's real shitty. But at the same time, like, it's one of those things like nothing could have been done differently. Like, nobody's fault. They just happen. But what I did fuck around with this week a bit was MMA picks. So, like, that's what I'll bullshit about is fucking MMA. So I got my picks up. I just put my picks in, actually, and Chuck, right there, I got Chuck Liddell knockout, second round. Reason for that is, number one, I'm living in 2005. And number two is that, like, as phenomenal as Rich Franklin is, like, he's only looked bad against Anderson Silva. I don't really count the Vitor thing because that's what Vitor does. Like, he catches you early, he fucking right down the pipe. Like, there's no defense for it, really. But in fights where he's got to show his game plan, Anderson Silva's the only person to outclass him and make him look fucking terrible, right? But the one thing that has happened to him in every fight I've ever seen him in is he's gotten hit. Like, Rich has gotten caught in every single fight I've ever seen him in. And when Chuck Liddell catches you, dude, like, he is a fucking shark. Like, that dude is all on your shit. Like, there's probably not a worse guy to rock you if you survive that shot than Chuck Liddell. Like, he will fucking swarm you like a fucking, you know, Nazis on Jews, or like, you know, that was a bad thing to say, but whatever. So, you know, that's fucking sweet. I'm also living in 2005 with Cro Cop. I have him by knockout in the first round over Pat Barry, who some people think is, like, great. I was actually going to pick Cro Cop by submission. Like, I could see, like, a standing guillotine, because I just think Barry is fucking clueless in the grappling game, just completely. I don't feel like he has anything at all whatsoever. Another 2005 pick, I got Ivel by knockout in the second round, especially if the ref makes a bad call, like fucking Miragliotta or some shit makes a bad call. Ivel will knock the fucking ref out. He has done it before. And Rothwell's a really good fighter, too. Like, I saw him in IFL. Seen him a lot, but I don't know. Gilbert Ivel, when he starts his shit, like, if he gets you moving at his pace during a fight, like, what are you going to do against that? Not a whole lot you can do. Like, once you're playing his game and he's dictating the pace of a fight, he's just gonna fucking pick you apart, man. Like a piece of meat until there's nothing left of you. That's what he does. I have Pyle by decision. I like Mike Pyle a good bit. He's a bad motherfucker. I've seen him in the IFL. He's real good. Paulo Thiago. I have him. I think Paulo Thiago's the shit. Like, I really, really like him, but I have him by decision. I think that's gonna be a tough fight right there. I also have Tyson Griffin winning by decision, same Mac Danzig submission. Just see, you know, that's Tyson Griffin's kind of a submission, or I mean a decision kind of guy, and Mac Danzig takes him a little while to warm up, but he's got a real solid game. He's a real solid fighter, real good guy. Like when he was on The Ultimate Fighter, I was like, Jesus Christ, that guy's like 40 fights, you know, like he's fucking good. And that's pretty much the main card. But this is the best UFC in a while. I've heard some people complain about it. I think these are fucking great fights. Like, that's one break from the bullshit we get, right, babe? It's like, we don't have to worry about it now. We get to watch fights. Because I at least have a woman that loves to watch fights. And my dad watches fights. I think that's why I don't talk a whole lot of MMA on the board. Is like, they know their shit, too. So, like, I can sit there and argue fights back and forth with them. I don't have to, like, do it on there. But I like to. I like to argue fights on there. I've been posting a lot more in that area and shit. There's a lot of people, a couple things I did read this week. Some people were like, all those people from the board are back, the other board, whatever. Well, I never went nowhere, motherfucker. Like, I had like 2,000 posts, and it's went up to 3,000. Like, I post just as frequently as I always did, so fuck you. I didn't come back from nothing. Eat a dick, you know? You gotta suck a chode in the party zone. But fuck you, you know what I mean? I'm so good to see you back. Where did I go? Like, I take breaks all the time. I might take a break soon. But now I'm in the fantasy league again. I get on all the time. A lot of those big breaks, honestly, had to do with drugs. Like, just right. I just didn't feel like associating with anybody, and I'd fucking clam up. It was a lot of drug shit, and I don't really have enough drugs anymore to do that. Like, I just... Not that important. I wake up, and I have a beautiful woman next to me, so, like, what do I have to fucking complain about? See, I'm super gay. Just super gay. Kimmy! I fucking, you know, I've had a good day. Sort of. I've been up for like 24 hours, but you know, I'm doing alright. What, baby? Yeah, we've been together all day, so it's been good. You know, what are you gonna do? Probably barely seen her too because the camera's out of focus, but whatever. Like, she made better appearances, I'm sure. That's really it for the fights. Like, I don't really have. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm not gonna save my picks. I sent them already. I hope they do good, but I didn't really spend a lot of time on them. Like I said, it's been a fucked up week. Like, I did those picks in like 5 minutes. I thought a lot about them, but when I actually sat down, like, I'll be honest, I don't know all of those fighters. I know them, but I don't really, like, know them. I've been kind of out of the loop with MMA. I pay attention to main stuff, but really, like, they're just too much. Like, I don't care about the small guys anymore like I used to. It's just not as exciting as it used to be. Like a Pride card or whatever. Like, even an old UFC card prior to 55. Like, even the low card would just be, like, names you knew. Like, they were all guys you knew. I understand you got to get the new blood in with all the cards, but I just don't have time to give a fuck about all these guys anymore, which is fine. I mean, I read about it on the board, basically, and there's guys whose opinions I really like, and I get to, like, fucking read their shit. Like, here's the official Son of Nog betting thread, which Jason Rothman, dude, that guy is fucking... He's pretty solid, I mean, in picking fights. Like, I've never had a problem with the guy, I don't know. Some people have. I've always liked him. He's a good guy. I think a lot of what he does is troll jobs on MMA Weekly, but, you know, he's one of the tag radio guys. I've sat in the tag chat with him a lot and talked to him, and prior to that I used to find him random music like Nog's fucking Pride entrance and shit he couldn't find. He's a real cool guy. A lot of the tag guys like Buffalo Blues, Slick Rick's my boy. Like, that guy's awesome. A lot of people don't like him either. I think he's fucking really knowledgeable, always posting. Like, he's a really, really big UFC nut hugger, but it's not so much like bias. It's more like he just doesn't like when people disagree that UFC is the biggest and best promotion in the world, which I don't see how you can disagree with that. Like, what argument is there? The people I don't like is people that make out fans like me of, like, Strikeforce and stuff like that, like we're idiots. And it's not that, it's just, like, I always watch small shit. Like, when Pride was around, I'd watch King of the Cage or whatever, Rumble on the Rock or Super Brawl, and I just like to see, you know, the next big thing. Like, no one fucking thought Anderson Silva in Cage Rage was going to be what he is today, but look at him. You gotta watch those fucking small shows, you never know what's coming out of them, you know? The next St. Pierre, Anderson Silva type guy is going to fucking get in there. St. Pierre Koscheck, I'm picking Koscheck in that one. That's crazy, but I am. I got Koscheck, and I'm a big Koscheck nut hugger. He's one of my favorite fighters. I have no idea why, but I just really, really like Josh Koscheck. He's a great guy and great fighter. Like, I more want him to win. If St. Pierre destroys him, I'm not going to be shocked, but I also honestly will not be surprised if Josh Koscheck wins that fight. Not at all. And everybody acts like he has no chance, and I don't see it that way at all. I mean, Josh Koscheck with a different game plan is about the best matchup for St. Pierre going right now, which there's not a lot of matchup for St. Pierre, so I don't know how much that's saying, but, you know, but that's about all I got to say this week. I'll make another one next week. I'll be a little more in tune with what's going on with all the shit, but just been out of it this week. Jake Shields signed a 4-fight deal. Got to get on that. I think he's going to do great. He's a threat, I think, to anybody at all whatsoever. Like, Jake Shields can fucking dry hump you into oblivion. Like, he will beat you, which I see nothing wrong with. I mean, that's, to me, just dominating the guy. It's fine. But that's what I have. I'll hit, you know, hopefully my picks are pretty good. If they're not, if they are, I'll probably come sooner than a week and talk a lot of shit about Chuck's back. But if not, I'll probably just hide away and be a pussy.